Hey guys, Matt Snyder, Lime Painting, and I'm here with a customer who just got limed. His name's Chris, and I'm going to let him tell his story. Hey Chris, what was the main reason why you chose lime painting? You could go with a lot of other companies.
Well, just to give a little background, my name is Chris Smith. We live in the Washington Park area. We have a stucco house that's about 50 years old, and Matt, the photographer at the moment, came by one day and left a note on my fence and said, you know, stucco is something you really need to pay attention to. And he walked me around the house and showed me, and I was planning on painting the trim. We have wood trim, and every 5 years I try and keep a close eye on that to make sure the wood trim stays in good shape. But Matt explained to me how important it is to also keep stucco in good shape. And in fact, we had such faded stucco and cracked stucco and holes in the stucco, and we have a sizable lot with a stucco wall around it and a house. And Matt and I walked the property and probably found, you know, over 100 areas that could use some repair work besides the painting. So the first thing I'll say about lime is Matt really did a good job of explaining to me why painting is important for the longevity of a house, especially a stucco property in my case. The second reason was that their quoting process was very quick, very simple, very direct, and very competitive, very fair. I've been painting the wood here, just the trim, for years, and lime was far more competitive than what I had been paying before. Then when the project started, they brought in a crew of probably 6 or 8 guys to do the wood trim and the stucco, and not only were they nice gentlemen and clean, but they were probably the hardest working and most professional painters I've ever witnessed.
Thank you.
I mean, the work that they did on the wood, just the detail work, the caulking, the trim work, you know, you can just see we have some windows that are, you know, over 50 years old, and they were cracked, and they sanded it down, they caulked where necessary, around the edges of some of the windows. They did a tremendous amount of work. They painted inside the manhole cover. I mean, just the attention to detail was phenomenal. Not to mention the finished product was beautiful. It was the color we wanted, and lime helped us pick the color. It was extremely well done. I mean, they went to the detail of trimming away the ivy because we wanted to keep the ivy, and painting where they could. And we did some of this painting before all the ivy had filled in. So where they could, they painted where the ivy had not grown in, and then they painted to where the ivy was so that there would be a nice clean line when the winter time comes. So they just went to every detail. And then the other thing that was amazing is a lot of the wood trim that we had under the gutters was damaged, even though I had been painting it. And they tore out that wood and replaced all of the facets, soffits, whatever you want to call them, under the gutters. And I feel like I have a new house. I feel like
That board right there.
yeah, you can see the woodwork. I mean, that was rotted and cracked, and so I feel like I have a new house. They even went up on the roof, and where the chimney was, restuccoed around that, and then used some special paint to paint some of the roof tiles to match the trim color that we had chosen. So I know I'm rambling, but I would highly recommend lime painting to anybody that's looking for an exterior job. And in fact, we like them so much we've already rehired them to do some interior work, and that turned out beautifully also. But I think it's really all about the people and the attention to detail, and they went the extra mile to do an amazing job. So thumbs up for Lime.
Awesome. As a tradition, on the count of three, can you say get limed?
Get limed.
1, 2, 3.
Get limed.
Woohoo!